pre-recorded. You will still see it in the chat live, and you can still ask questions because I've asked the dot connector to be there as well as Dean to be there. And so you may be able to ask some questions there. But anyway, I'm going to get this started. So here we go for now. This is only a 35-minute presentation, and we will have another 35-minute presentation in a few days. Thank you. Here we go.
Falling down and broken, collapsing, it seems the last. Pressing on, it's not over. Now it depends on you. Every day and every night, should you go or should you fight? It's okay, just take my hand through it all. You will stay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas and we have wonderful guests. And I have another one of my wonderful guests that I think everyone was very pleased with on our last show. And we have some more breaking news for you as well. So let me bring on Mr. Dean. Hi, Dean. Are you there, Dean? Dean, for some reason, I'm not hearing you at all. And you got good bandwidth. Oh boy, well, we always seem to have some audio problems here, so I don't know what's going on there. Dean, are you there? Hello?
I am.
Oh, there you are. Okay, good.
I'm here. You said I had
worried.
a minute, and that was not a minute.
Oh no, you didn't have a minute. Well, it says it's a minute. It's only a half a minute, actually.
Ah, that's what it was.
No
I got
wonder.
something to drink, and I'm back, so not to worry.
Oh, okay. Well, I just introduced you as our wonderful guest returning because last time we had some very interesting news, and we do have again breaking news today, in my opinion, with something which you brought my attention to, which I would like to read if that's okay with you.
I would love you to. You're a good reader.
Okay. Well, this
both on World.
Okay, well, we'll get this off the ground then, because I think it's really breaking. I had to read it twice. Let me put it this way, okay? So many of you will find this very interesting. So Laka, spelled L-A-K-A, referring to Master Saint Germain. And then it says, beloved friends, most of you have heard of ascended masters throughout this waking dream. There is one that will speak about this is familiar to many. The term ascended master will be clarified. Before one ascends to the higher realms, know fully they have descended to experience the lower vibrational frequencies and to transcend all lower densities as they choose to leave without experiencing the death of the body prior to existing as the soul. Master Saint Germain has incarnated to Earth many times. His soul has also manifested in the form in a pure state without birth. You might understand this with the Pleiadian teaching of arriving to assist and meeting with white hats. He is an Arcturian soul named Beke Lames. That's B-E-K-E-E, capital L-A-M-E-S. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. He is on Earth now as, are you ready for this? Baron Trump, son of President Donald Trump and Melania Trump. On Arcturus, his mother is Melania, who is named AIMEO. He will be a leader in Sheen, SHEEN, all capital letters, with others that will assist in life on the new Earth. His first incarnation from Arcturus was in Atlantis thousands of years ago. He was called Vasilis. He was a peace warrior and arrived without being born. He manifested from a body of light and projected as an avatar with long black hair and blue eyes. He was muscular and tall. He came to teach about light, telepathy, and peace. He was loved greatly and understood the demise of Atlantis that was to be. He taught people about the soul and their infinite life. He taught them to let go of fear in the face of adversity. He remained 200 years before exiting to a mothership. He was welcomed back to Arcturus with celebrations. He incarnated 8 more times to Earth. The last waking dream before Baron Trump was 500 years ago. This is where the name Saint Germain began. He was born and named Germain Gabin in France. I don't know if it's Gabin or Gabin, but Gabin. He was completely gifted with telepathy, healing gifts, and an understanding of the infinite soul. He drew crowds that listened intently and learned beyond the religions they were bound by in their life. He meditated daily and created light wherever he went. Lives were changed and his mission was complete. He left the earth in 100 years. Again, the celebrations were grand on Arcturus. Arriving as Baron Trump was a plan created with great purpose by this mighty soul. He will share love and unity as peace will abound with all life. Everyone will understand all lives chosen by this soul as well as their own. No soul is without great purpose. This was the message always from our beloved friend, B.K. Lames. Wow. It almost makes me get misty-eyed, Dean.
Me as well. Or as well. Yes.
I think
because
it's it matters.
Yes, I identify with so many different things that were put forward. They talk about they talk about so many things. Talk about incarnating without being born. Well, being born, they're referring to the womb of woman. So,
well, I kind of envision them coming down like on Star Trek, you know, a beam of light, and all of a sudden they materialize.
It's that's not far from being totally correct, my dear, because he just showed up. Those on higher densities, higher dimensions, can take a body and physicality anytime they want. Anything lower than you can manifest. And that appears to be what happened. I just not related to this because I was not born of woman either. I was C-section. I was taken. I didn't come out like what they classify born. So that just kind of gave me a little bit of goosebumps. But nonetheless,
well, all of
the other thing is I always wanted.
I'm sorry.
Oh, all your children were C-section?
Yes. Oh my goodness, I can't.
I've always wanted to. Well, you could pause it and come back.
This is true, but keep going.
So the question that Gail and I had was, the information we got the other day was that Diana was in fact Trump's real mother in this incarnation. But this seems to suggest that Melania is the mother. However, may have been the original mom on Arcturus. We can take any vehicle we want. It could be Melania. We see them all together. They're a part of this whole team. Who's the team? Diana, Melania, Barron, and our President Trump, and John. These are the 5 players that I put together as having major global significant change that they're going to bring about. This whole
I couldn't agree more, Dean. Keep going. I'm sorry, but
no, that's all right.
From everything that I read and see and just feel like I know too, I that's great changes coming. It's good.
I would add Putin over doing his job wonderfully, and they're beating the snot out of him, trying to blame him for everything. He's going to come out smelling like a rose because he didn't do any of the stuff they're doing it. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot, and I'm digressing. But getting back to the message is not a message of hope. They're saying that the results of what is taking place right now will bring peace to the planet Earth here, and we're all beginning to see that.
Yeah, Barron,
we have never seen
peace warrior. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we have never seen so many countries in my whole life collectively turned upside down. Rioting the cabal government against the evil, going against the Luciferian influence on the planet here, saying we're not going to take this stuff anymore. We're simply not going to take it. We see this everywhere, and we see the bad guys that are trying to like point the fingers at the good guys, saying, "Oh no, you're the fault. You're the fault." Like NATO and people wanting to join NATO. They're the biggest human trafficking, child molestation, pedophiles, along with they got found out. They don't like it. Now, I'm not really digressing because who are the main players here? Trump came along, said, I'm going to do this and this and this. And he had 2 pages of stuff. He did them all. I'm going to bring the Republic back. He's done that too. He brought in Melania, and very psychically yesterday, Gail jumps up and said that Melania's a commander, a great leader. And I had the same thing. I hadn't told anybody about it, that she was going to have some definitive impact right now.
Here we go. It's starting to come out.
Yeah, but this is all really good because it means that either telepathic where we got the message or psychically, however it was, our information seems to be following a correct path. That what we got was true and correct. And there's nothing more ecstatic than knowing that, this is really good. This is working out correctly.
Exactly. That's important.
Barron has been pulled from the public eye, as you've noticed. They allow very, very few public pictures or anything. He's not making any statements. He doesn't need to. And as I said before, when I was investigating Diana, and she said that, it was Donald and John who actually saved her life. There's every indication that Trump said, come on down to Mar-a-Lago, you could stay there. And they've been there for over 2 decades, safely. Then the FBI got wind of it, and under we're looking for these classified documents that you took out of the White House. That was all poppycock. That had nothing to do with it whatsoever. And to substantiate that, what I'm saying is correct. Diana came right out and said, and that raid on Mar-a-Lago was more about me than anything else. Why? Because you were there. So once again, she kind of like, I'm going to intervene here just so those that are really connecting the dots will know that it was about those papers, and it wasn't. Trump set that all up. They'd go over there and they'd find these paperwork, and then there was the joke of them going into Melania's underwear drawer and all that kind of stuff. Made fools of the FBI, basically, but they were looking for her.
Yeah.
And we know Mar-a-Lago being the southern was. If you folks out there do any research, you'll see that the government actually owned Mar-a-Lago at one time because it was, quote unquote, the Southern White House. And it's
I read about that. Yes, exactly.
It's an absolute palatial estate. It rivals some of the palaces in the world. When you look inside of what's there, the marble columns and the gold and the spaciousness of it all, no problem. Of course, having John there, probably having Baron there as well. Not too shabby of a place to kind of grow up in.
And there was always an aura about Baron of what do you want to call it? Innocent and purity. That was my feeling from him, which made me feel like that was a benevolent soul. And obviously,
yeah. And how did they introduce him? What was the book called about Baron?
The Time Traveler or something on that, or
yeah, go figure that one out. Or did they nail it right from the beginning? He is a time traveler.
So that is that.
But he hasn't really come out and said anything. So we know when he comes out and says something, everybody's ears is going to be, whoa, I want to hear what this guy's got to say.
Really? Well, just to think that his history is a peace warrior. And I do believe he is here for peace, not only for this planet, but the galaxy and this particular universe. Eventually,
I really agree with that, and I do a lot of work on the side of the galaxy, and I have to tell you, my observation is that the problems that we face here on the planet are identical to the problems that are going on the other side of the galaxy. They're all they can all be worked out, but they're fighting like it's almost like a mirror of what's going on. And we've been hearing a lot about mirror, look at the mirror. There's a lot of similarities going on in our own galaxy to what's happening here on planet Earth. We don't have, we do have observers from galactic, from many galaxies here to observe what's happening currently on planet Earth with the collection of souls that have incarnated to perform a duty that they signed up for. And that would be Trump, Diana, Baron, Melania, John, and they're all Jews. There seemed to be some sort of sequence in which the events.
Same picture. I'm ready
will
to
happen.
definitive picture. You picked the right one.
whoa, excuse me. I don't know where that's coming from. Let me stop this a minute.
And it certainly looks fitting.
Stop.
Anyway, people will be.
Hi, everyone. That we had to piece this, break it down, and we do have another part, and I will be putting that up soon. But thank you for listening. And when I put up the other one, we'll also have the chat so you can ask questions. And Dean was able to be there. So if you want to speak with him or continue on the chat, please feel free to do so. And we will end the show for now, and I will see you again soon with the second half of this show. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening, And thank you, everyone who has made a contribution. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.
We'll stay.